folks, how are you? The title is not all about food and drink, it's about marketing. I think all good food and drink establishments need to engage very good, savvy marketing. I always say when you own a business, that one person should take the lead role in operations, and there should be someone else to engage the marketing side of the business. I work very closely with Cork County Council for the last 3 years, and I've worked with about 156 businesses in the Cork area. My role basically is to enhance their towns throughout the county, and the businesses that I work with, we have owners who are trying to do everything. They're trying to be the accountant in the business, they're trying to be the marketing person, they have to be the customer service manager. They're everything to all men. So a few of the tips I always say, engage someone in the business. If you're the king of marketing in the business or the queen of marketing in the business, then you do it. Stick to it. Consistency and continuity are the key. Right, what I'm going to do here, it's quite a short presentation. I'm just going to give you tidbits in terms of the marketing for you to give consideration to. The first one is about building citations. Firstly, get engaged on all online directories. Online is key, and let the communities know who you are and what you're about. I say to every business now, within the next 2 years, if you do not have a presence online, you're dead in the water. Honestly. That's the way it's going to go. Social media, offer specials every day, same day, across all social media platforms. Use social media platforms to link your website. It's your brochure. Persona. I meet people in business and I say, have you a good presence online? They say, oh yes, I certainly have. We have a Facebook page and I have 8,000 likes. And they're based in West Cork. So when we look at their 8,000 likes, 1,100 of those people live in North Donegal. And I say, well, you should maybe get on to Donegal County Council and ask them, will they run shopping buses down to bring those people down to your establishment? Because that's the only way that you're going to do business with them. Unless you have an online shop and you trade online. So building persona. Build persona base of potential customers with a designated area or territory from customers who frequent your establishment. People whom you would like to or aspire to do business with. If you don't trade online, you don't have an online shop, well then your persona base should be probably within about a 15-kilometre radius. That would be people whom you would have a reasonable confidence will cross the threshold of your outlet, or your shop, or your restaurant, or your bakery, or your deli. And persona is very much along the lines of, I say to people, can I tell you what I can do? I'm in Carlow. We'll pick Carlow Town. If I said to you, I can choose every woman who has auburn hair, aged from 28 to 34, drives a blue BMW, is married, has 2 children, a boy and a girl, lives in a 3-bedroom detached house. Okay, they have 1 pet, which is a cat or a dog. Right? She's married to a professional guy. Okay, they take 2 holidays a year. One is to the south of Spain, and the other one is a city break with Ryanair. But generally, they fly with Aer Lingus. Okay, I can build that's the persona that I can build, and I can put whatever whatever message or article or advertisement I want in front of the nose of those women with whom I built the persona. That's how easy it is to market online. But yet, I speak to so many businesses and they say, oh, we've got a Facebook account. Social media is not just about Facebook. You know, there are 5 or 6 very good platforms. But instead of advertising in newspapers, what we can do is we can find certain people within communities online. And we can get to them very, very quickly. We can create the awareness. So persona is very important. Have any of you heard of a website called Hootsuite? Yeah. Well, when you go home, look up hootsuite.com, right? It will manage your online marketing for you like it's never done before. Is that right, Wendy? Unbelievable. You can build your personas of the people that you want to do business with, right? It will help you find them. When you do find them, it will tell you how many people you've reached, how many people want to engage with you, and it will give you every statistic under the sun that allows you to build your business or expand your business. So it's a great platform to utilize to target customers and use it to boost articles and photo galleries within your selected persona base. Use influencers. I'm not sure whether you know or not, but you've heard this thing about the millennial children. Have you? Millennial children are people who have been born from 1982 onwards. They are classed as the most internet savvy people. If you were born before 1982, I think I was, maybe a little bit longer than that. But they're less likely to engage with you online. So if you go back to the 70s, possibly 60s, maybe not. We're starting to get older. 50s, definitely not. So there's the big thing online now are the packages which are called ad blockers, right? So whether it's your PC, whether it's your iPad, whether it's your iPhone, whatever it is, right? You can put an ad blocker on now. And over the next 12 months to 2 years, right, ad blocking will become very prevalent. So one of the things you should be doing with your business is consider using people of influence online. These are people who would be known as specialists or bloggers or know about food, know about drink, whatever it is, and use them to promote your establishment, your products, your offerings. Okay? So use influencers. Local events, reach out to the locals and get involved with your local community and local events. Decide on your method and level of involvement, but don't be dictated by organisers. If you're getting involved in local events, you do exactly what you want to do. Spend small, think big. Local producers, love them to death. Use their brand name in marketing local whilst promoting them. Work together and increase awareness and your business. Create press articles and photo galleries of the interest. A gift of departure. I always say to everybody who's in the retail business or whether you're in a selling business, always present a customer with a small gift of departure. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's classed as a gift. It doesn't have to be expensive, but make sure that it's memorable, even though it's inexpensive. Create a return trip for every customer, and that builds word of mouth referral. Local media, build a buzz. Offer and present local media with articles of interest, interviews, recipes, market behaviour, customer trends, and worthy news items connected to food and drink. Even crazy stories from around the world. Something to do with food in Mexico. Something to do with a local producer in the Czech Republic. People love interesting articles. People love crazy articles because they remember them. And the big thing about remembering it is they remember who shared it with them. Okay, email power. In every business, you should be building an email database. Phase out the mobile text. Create more professional communication channels. Email is wholly acceptable providing your subject title tickles the imagination. And embody great photographs and emails. Use emails to find people on social media. Host charitable events. Show your compassionate side in business. Become a real champion and business leader in helping great causes in your community. Reward. Build your own in-house rewards program. First step, ban the word loyalty. There's no such thing as loyalty. Reward people. And don't use points. You go into so many of these places and say, what we do is that we give you so many points for something. The only thing that points are of interest to are people who play GAA and rugby. Understand that one. Work with business, create partners with local businesses, business owners and managers in local corporations, and become a real business leader within your community. Use Yelp. It's not all about TripAdvisor. Be sure to get ranked on Yelp. It's important to local business, especially service-oriented ones, just like food and drink. Instagram and Pinterest, I told you about other platforms other than Facebook. It's a fabulous visual medium and a match made in heaven for food and drink operators. Real growth recently on both of these two platforms. Always add your menu or part of your menu. So add your menu to your social media platforms at every possible opportunity and be proud of your offerings. Always link your website to social media postings, providing your site is worthy and exciting. The 4 seasons. Be creative in your marketing before the start of every sale. Tickle the imagination. Ride the weather, so to speak. And a budget. Always set a realistic budget for marketing. And stick to it. I always say to people, have you set yourself a budget for the next 6 months for marketing? No, not really. Set yourself a budget. Set what you can afford. If it's 500 euros or 5,000 euros, put it in place and make sure that you spend it and use it wisely. So it's not all about food and drink, folks. It's about marketing too. Thank you. Any questions? Sorry, it was a very fast presentation. And then the guy back held up 5 minutes to go. So you probably saw me a bit like the shopper in Tesco 5 minutes to go. The music starts to quicken up. Anybody any questions?
Do you think that the person in most food organisations who's responsible for marketing, that they can manage and really properly exploit the various social media platforms you're talking about without having particular training or qualifications? Do you think an amateur, from a food business can do that, or do they need to go get training?
Well, I think one of the key things here is that all the local enterprise offices, right, they all run digital marketing programs. They run them for beginners, for sort of medium ones, and advanced programs. Anybody who owns a business needs to know about digital marketing. And if you can't do it yourself, or you haven't time to do it yourself, engage an external digital marketing consultant. Right? I have 3 digital marketing consultants, right? They're all self-employed. I use one for the Lemon Leaf Cafe and our deli bakery in Kinsale, right? I pay Janine 500 a month. That's the only marketing we do. And like this summer, we increased our business by 37% for June, July and August. And it's all down to online marketing. Anybody else, any questions? I think it's very good to look at sort of external consultants on the digital marketing side, because there are some very good people out there who have really embraced it. They've educated themselves. they've become really quite expert in the whole online business, and they know their platforms inside out. Okay, thank you very much, folks. Thank you very much.